Hello and welcome to my free online woodworking school. It is fantastic to have you here, so thank you for being here. This is just a quick overview video about what to expect from this course, what you're going to learn, how to get the best from it and what resources are available to you, and also what you're actually going to need in order to get the project complete. So stick around, this will only take a minute or two and then we'll get stuck in with the project. So on the workbench in front of me, I've got a bunch of components to build a simple dovetail box. And this, when you're learning this project, you're going to learn a bunch of skills such as sizing material, laying out joinery, cutting joinery, assembly, finishing off. There's lots of basic skills in this to learn. And best of all, it's a relatively quick project. It should only take you couple of days, a week or so maybe, but it's a really good project to get started off down the path of fine woodworking. Now this course is structured in a way to make navigation and learning outcomes as easy as possible. So if you're viewing this on the YouTube browser, great, but you might find it better if you actually watch this on my website. There'll be a link to it in the description and a little card popping up in the corner now, which will take you directly to the website and you can continue watching this video there. On the website, there'll be lots of resources available that support the content in the video. You'll also be able to see what's coming up in the project. You'll be able to refresh things that you learned previously in the project. The navigation on the website is far easier than trying to navigate the videos on YouTube. Now, this series, it's going to be broken down into series of very, very small chunks. So throughout this project, there might only be, 2-minute videos on a certain segment. There might be a 10-minute video on a certain segment. I'm chopping this up into tiny little sections. So if you want to refresh your memory on this tiny little process within the build, you don't have to sit through a 40-minute video trying to find this little bit that you were trying to refresh your memory on. There's going to be an individual video for each little bit, so it's easy to navigate, as I said, and you'll be able to find exactly what you need as easy as possible. There is also the added option to purchase plans for this project, and although these aren't completely necessary because at the end of the day, a box is a box, they will allow you to follow exactly what I do in the videos and you won't have to mess around with making drawings for the project or anything like that. It's just download the plans and off you go. These will also include cutting lists that you can follow, or you can send off to your local joinery firm or furniture maker or whatever, so they can machine the timber into long sections like this, ready for you to chop up and get stuck in with the project. Now there are free resources available as well. These are in the form of a tool list that will allow you to see exactly what you need to get that project complete. And I know I'm blessed with all the equipment that I have in this workshop, but this course is open to those of you who do not have all this machinery and power tools that I have here. Maybe you just have a few hand tools that you need to get the project complete with instead. It's going to tend to the needs of people who have all this equipment, and it's going to tend to the needs of the people who don't have all this equipment. That tool list will give you the bare minimum of what you need to get the project complete. And finally, I recognize that one of the inherent problems with online courses is that they lack one-to-one guidance, and it's so easy for you, the viewer, to fall behind on a certain stage, and then me, the presenter, is just going to carry on at my normal pace, oblivious to the stresses and catastrophes that you're having. And I think at that point it would be quite easy for you to give up and just sort of say, maybe this isn't for me. I don't want that to happen. I want to make this as valuable to you as possible. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my cameraman Rob to make the projects alongside you, following the exact same videos that you guys are watching, and he's going to try and make that project. And if he screws up on a certain stage, then I'm going to come along and I'll show him how to fix it. And obviously, if you guys then make a mistake on that same stage, it'll be like having one-to-one guidance with me. Now, obviously, there are so many ways to screw up a project. I know this, you know this. I'm not going to be able to cover all bases, but I think that will be really valuable to a lot of people because there are common stages that people do mess up on, and I'm almost confident that Rob is going to do that. So, and like apart from anything, it's going to make some hilarious content. Now that's all I've got to say on this really. Just make sure to keep an eye out for that on top of the normal content that you guys will be seeing. You're now ready to move on to the first lesson, so you can do so by clicking the link below, which will take you to my website. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. That big round button there will do it in an instant. And if you haven't already, follow me on social media as well. I will see you in the first lesson.